Oh, I haven't got my camera. I've got to blow on the camera. Got to read over the camera. Sorry about this. That's better. That's much better. A bit of breath. Get a bit of tissue. Makes the world of difference. Hi. um. I've had a head cold this week, so I'm a bit bunged up still, but I'm able to stream. Hopefully you can hear me through my blocked up nose. And welcome to the Sunday stream. If you're new to watching me on YouTube, then I do these streams Thursday at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. If I can't make it, I'll post a message or a comment on my Facebook page, and that's linked below this video. The link to my Facebook page and my website and everything else. So just look below this video for more information. I wasn't here on Thursday, so it can happen that I'm not always streaming. So check my Facebook page beforehand just to make sure. But normally it's Thursday and Sunday. Once a month I do I was about to say a silent meeting, which you can join. I've done this month, so it will be February, the next one. I haven't yet picked when. Usually it's the second Sunday of the month, so it should be. It should next be. Let me just see, February. It should next be the 10th of February, but I'll just confirm that, and I'll post it on my website. What else? What else? So to ask questions during this stream, you can do. You have to friend me on Skype first of all, and then you can send questions or call me on Skype. And my Skype is Rebekah Maroon. No surprise there. So you can do that now, and I shall read or speak to you after I've done the introduction. I think that's it. Oh, the blanket's hidden behind all the stuff. My legs are a bit cold, so I'm just putting the blanket on my legs. So get yourself comfortable, get cushions, get blankets, get drinks. what's been forgotten is your true place. Not your true place as a person, as a human, as a functioning, but that which never became anything. That which never moved a millimeter. That which never moved. And this isn't something that I'm saying that the human can remember. This isn't a human remembering. You as the human haven't forgotten anything. You can't remember anything. This is a forgetting of something. That just seems to happen in humans. Like an immersion into the human drama, an immersion into the human story, an immersion into the character happens. Giving the impression that someone separate is experiencing this. As if someone separate is having a personal, private, independent experience. And it is moving through time. Things are happening to it. It's like a seemingly real experience that seems to happen. But that experience of this being who I am, there's someone here having an experience, isn't very satisfying or comfortable. Initially it is. It's very exciting. The possibilities are endless. It's all exciting, and it can be. But that being who you are, that limitation of being who you are, that limited entity, isn't very comfortable. The more and more it's taken on, the more and more it's confined to the realm of time, to the human being all it is. It's suffocating. It's unsatisfying because only temporary, limited experiences can be had. Temporary pleasures can be had. You get things, you lose things. Things start, things finish. On to the next thing. This constant chasing to the next thing, the next temporary high. It begins to feel unsatisfactory, like something's not right here. This isn't enough. Trying to sort out and make this world's reality enough, make it perfect, and it just can't be perfect, it just can't be right. But there's something forgotten. Not by that person, but there's something else. There's something else. And this message can be heard in spirituality. There's something else. There's something else. That you can get out of this trap, of this dream. There's a way out of this illusion. And there's a feeling, oh, exciting, you know. But that person, that pattern, is looking for another pleasure, another high, another hit. It still believes it will get a hit that will last and will be its fulfillment. It comes in a form of a pleasure, of a high. So it's trying to find this ultimate high, this ultimate hit. But this message is pointing out of that. Because no thing can be a permanent high. A thing is temporary. So you may think you want another pleasure, another high, but actually what is really wanted is not a thing. It's not pleasure. Not a thing. And that's the problem for that seeker. It only knows things. It can only imagine and move towards things. And what's being spoken about isn't a thing. It isn't a thing. That's why it's not a temporary thing. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's like we've been like you're a little child and then you're shown all these things on flashcards. This thing, that thing, this thing, and then hypnotized by things, forms. Trying to grab this thing, grab this thing, grab this thing. We become hooked on things. And things aren't bad. It's just they're not going to provide us with what we're looking for ultimately. That peace, that freedom, that resting place. The end of that endless seeking, the hamster wheel. The end of trying to chase something to feel whole, to feel complete. So this then isn't about this chasing to find something in form, an experience, some knowledge, something. This is more about a revealing of something. And there are many stories, ancient stories about this, about it being right here. It's not in time. This magic you're looking for is right here. This secret is right here. It's not in time. It's not in the mind's projections in time. Like in that Wizard of Oz, she already had it. It was right here. So this is an unrobing of something. And a revealing of what already is, of what you actually are. And that isn't a someone, it isn't a something. What this is isn't a something. There isn't a someone here producing this. You're looking for the man behind the curtain to pull the curtain back. I found God. I found the source. I found the creator. But that will never happen. There isn't someone out there or something out there or up there or hidden. What's hidden is what you are. What you are. You project it out there on someone, on something. But this is a looking to see who you are. Who's this someone who's looking for something else? Who's this looker? Who's this one who feels incomplete? And this is what waking up is. Whether you self-inquire or don't self-inquire, it's irrelevant. This whole awakening is about self-inquiry. Whether you sit there and do that, who am I, or whether you don't, it's still a destruction of that apparent someone. It's still a an inquiry into that sense of someone, sense of who you believe you are. The whole thing's a projection. That doesn't mean it needs to be thrown out or thrown away or denied or rejected. It's played. It's played. Feel mucusy. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is what you are. This is what you are. Okay, so you can ask questions on Skype. Oops, did that? I often forget that I'm on. I'm online. this isn't normally acceptable to be giving a talk or something, and not to be verbally expressing all the time, not to be filling a room with information, verbal information, not to be feeding the brain with more and more information. It's not a common thing. Hi, Kasaba. Last time you talked about this not being about what the person can or cannot do, but literally, if there is no one, there is no separate entity. Then that's it. Can or can't do, but there is no one. There is no separate entity. Then that's it. Nothing matters, so to speak, because what happens happens. Being me, know me. I am still being here, strongly believing I exist. I'm still being here, believing I exist. Whatever, there cannot be any self will in it to happen otherwise. I hope my English is understandable. I'm not sure what your question is. That's all. Maybe there is no question. You're just expressing that you feel like you are still being here. I'm still being here, strongly believing I exist. Whatever, there cannot be any self-will in it to happen otherwise. If there's a feeling of still being here, that you exist as someone, then that's what's happening. Yes, I agree. It can't happen any other way. That's what's happening. The sense of I exist as someone is currently happening. But then what's your point? What are you trying to... Hi, Dee. I'll just talk to Cassandra for a little bit before I come on to your question. it feels like I know you're still typing, but it feels like you're saying, well, I exist. I'm here. I can't change that. Like it's like you're having a strop. Like it's like, oh well, I can't do anything about it. So person here, not here. That's it. I can't change that. Um, I'll just keep, doing what I'm doing. um, but that isn't exactly what I'm saying. Like you, as that entity, have taken what I've said on. You've taken it on, and you now believe that to be true the way it is. Oh well, I'm here. I'm separate. You're now claiming that to be a truth. And there's probably anger underneath that. Yeah, yeah. So I was saying last time, I think, that it isn't about you can or you can't do something. It's about there not being someone there. But what's happened there is that you've then taken that on to say, okay, I can. It's not that I can or can't do anything. It's that I'm not here, but I feel like I'm here, so I'm gonna keep keep. I can't do anything about that. But you've taken it on as a person. So you've taken it on as if you are someone, which isn't what I'm saying. But as a person, yes, you can't do anything else. You can just hear it and interpret it as a person, and then try to live from that idea. Oh well, there's no one here, so I'll just have to keep on doing what I'm doing. So maybe instead it's better to express what you feel, the anger you feel, the frustration you feel, rather than living on the idea of, oh well, I'll just keep. That's just trying to make you feel better, whereas really you feel, I don't know, maybe you feel disempowered, or you feel angry, you feel frustrated, resentful, maybe all these different things. But you can't get this. you've been left out or kicked out. You feel hurt. All these things. Thanks, Kasaba. Feel free to respond to that if you want to. Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Rebecca. In my dreams at night, I wake up and realise, oh, I'm in bed. That was just a dream. But waking up from this waking dream, I can't have a similar realization, right? Because I'm the dream. So the equivalent of waking up in bed realizing I'm dreaming would be what? Is there an equivalent? That's an interesting question. I like that. So you can't because I'm the dream. There can be that realization, there can be, but not by you, not by that character or that person, that human. So there can be a realizing that it wasn't true, it was a dream, this is not happening. There can be that, but not by a person, not by you. There can be an understanding of that by the brain, by the human. But the actual realization of that, the actual naked realization of that, can't be had by you. Thank you, Didi. That was really nice. Oh, my stomach is hungry. Maria. Oh, back to Didi a minute. Sorry, Marie. So the realization of had. So the realization maybe it's I've had would eventually turn into a mental thing inevitably. I'm not sure what you've had. Oh, if had. So it can be a mental realization or a mental understanding that can happen. But that is just a part of the awakening. It isn't freedom. It isn't what I would call freedom. But that seems to happen before this, what to call it, before this, I don't know what to call it. The mental part seems to happen. And there needs to be a humbleness for that to be popped and popped and popped and popped and popped and popped. Because it's not a mental realization. That's just a part of it. That's not freedom. It's wonderful, but it's not freedom. It's still a prison. If there's a believing, if there's an energetical belief in an idea, in a thought, in a concept, an understanding, that's still a prison of thought, prison of mind. And it will be, life will point that out. This is like, this eats everything. It really eats everything. Whatever idea tries to hold on as if this is it, it will destroy that. It can't be anything. This is the destructive part of the awakening, is destroying everything. Concepts, ideas, beliefs. Anything's been claimed as being who you are, as being it, the answer. It has to eat it all up. Like a Pac-Man, eating it all up. I'll go to Maria. Thank you, Dee. The sense of doership or no doership. Sorry. Yeah. At what point is there no decision made by a someone? For example, if I get a strong sense to make a decision, is that not, you're welcome, is that not I making that decision? At what point is there no doership? If I get a strong sense to make a decision, is that not I making a decision? So it sounds as if you're unclear. You're trying to work out which bit is the personal I and which bit is the ultimate I or something. You're trying to find out which bit is which. So you feel as if some part of this is a personal I and some part of it is not. It's like ultimate I. But this is the mind trying to divide, trying to work something out and divide it. So I'll pick what food to eat, but then the big I can pick what job I do or what, it's like he's trying to separate it out. And this is about investigating who this I is, who you believe this personal I is, or who you believe this big I is. So as this human machine, it seems as if it has free will. It chooses to go in the kitchen, it chooses to get a drink of hot water, it chooses to sit down, it chooses what to watch on TV. The point is, who is doing that? The point is, who is doing that? Who is producing those thoughts to say, put on the TV or have a drink of hot water? You're looking at the after effect of which choice is right. But if we look prior and say who is producing any of those thoughts, any of those apparent choices, where are they coming from? Let's look here rather than at step 2 and 3. Look at step 1. Where is it even coming from? Where are these thoughts, these words coming from? Where are these impulses coming from? Once this is seen, it clears up step 2 and 3. So much energy is spent in trying to work it all out, trying to get it right, trying to pick the right decision, trying to manage choices. As if this is your life, as if you're in charge of this life and you know what's best and what needs to happen, and you're the protector of yourself. Who are you? You're welcome, Dee. This is you're welcome, Maria. Gusaba. Honestly, I so would like to sit down to talk with you in person. It's hard to express myself. It's hard to do it. You're free to call in. Maybe not now. Maybe you could do now. What I don't even know how to ask. Yeah. 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 Where do you live? Are you still in Hungary? Or are you in the UK now? You're moving to the UK a little while ago, I remember. Well, you're free to book a one-to-one, or you're free to meet me if you want to, if you live local. Yeah, that's really sweet. I don't even know how to ask. Okay. Yeah. or even what to ask as well. I mean, what do you ask? What do you ask? All you've ever longed for is here. What can you possibly ask? Uh, what? When? Why? What? Yeah, but how? Oh, you've been hungry. Okay. DD says it's almost impossible. Oh, the humility thing is tricky though. It's almost impossible for the person to actually be humble. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, so thank you for joining and for